Saturday night. What is it, the 21st? It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've done a live, and it's definitely been a minute since I've hammock camped. So I think I got camp all squared away here. Trying to get set up. I was going to do a last minute live. I noticed I was going to do it later this evening, but I noticed Camping with Champions going to do a live at 8 p.m. Central this evening, and I was wanting to try to catch that. I don't know if you guys have kept up with Camping with Champions channel and what's going on lately. If you haven't, hop over to Camping with Champion, Todd Champion's channel, and see what he's got going on. He built something for a stealth camp, and he got it stolen, so I think he's going to talk about that tonight. So looking forward to that. This is kind of a spur of the moment live. Sorry I didn't give anybody warning, but yeah, I'm out for camp finally. I said I was going to eventually, so it's good to be out here. It's very warm and got hot and sweaty today. It was when I got here it was 85 degrees Fahrenheit, so plenty warm. I don't know what it is currently. The wind has, well, there was just a slight breeze when I got here. It is like eerily quiet now. There's not a breeze. There was a bunch of birds and wildlife making noise, but it's as quiet as can be. I mean, I think I can hear a jet off in the background, but yeah, you can literally hear a pin drop right now. It's so quiet out here. It's so peaceful. I'm in an area that I'm very familiar with. It's up on top of a mountain. Only other two people that's been in this location with me is Randy, Ozark's Great Adventures, and my nephew Isaac's been out here with me. But this is a new location, not too terribly far from where I usually camp out here. There's a mountain behind me, which would be, what is that, east of me here. One of these days I'm going to hike to the top of it, because there's, on Google Earth, there's a clearing on top, so I'm kind of curious to see if I could make like a camp up there. See if I can find an easier route to get to the top of it. It's pretty steep on this side, so be on the eastern side of the mountain. Maybe there'll be an easier way to get up there, but looking forward to it. Yeah, let me turn you around here and get you a view of where I'm at here. I've got a bunch of stuff in the way, but yeah, it's pretty vast. Of course, it's still end of winter, going into spring. Almost a summer day here, 85 degrees Fahrenheit. It is very hot, but very, very thick woods. Without the leaves, of course, it's definitely, you can see through it. But when it's the leaves are all on here and the underbrush is all grown up, it's pretty thick through here. So it's normally why I don't go in this area too much when it's summertime, because it's so overgrown and the underbrush is so thick you can't get through here. The best time to camp out here is definitely in the wintertime, unfortunately. And then of course the forestry department doesn't maintain the trails anymore, so it gets so overgrown. You have to cut your own way in. I usually bring a machete if I do come out here when it's overgrown, but it's a lot of work. Hence why I don't go near as far in the middle of summer. Hey Glenn, how you doing, my friend? I appreciate you coming in. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello. But I don't know how well the quality is. I've got only LTE out here on top of this mountain. I'm literally out in the middle of nowhere, so I had good enough service to upload some shorts and stuff to social media today, so I was hoping I would do good. I've never done a live up here before, so I was going to see how well it does. Is the quality okay, Glenn? I know if I don't move the camera around too much, it's probably going to be okay. I'm on a creek bait fishing now. Oh man, Yeah, I seen you out and about today. I was hoping you was having a good time. Fishing sounds good as well. I thought about getting a kayak out and doing a kayak uh, fishing and camp today, but I decided to come up here. It's been a while since I've been up here. Trying to think. Last time I came up here was that deer season camp with my nephew. Looks good. Well, thanks. I appreciate it. I was hoping the quality was good. But let me turn you back around here and I'll show you my setup for tonight. Most everybody that's on my subscribers list has probably seen it on social media already, but hammock camping today. So I got my 11-foot rim hammock by Hanging High Hammocks. I've got my lightweight gear top underquilt. I don't really need an underquilt, but in case it dips down a little cooler than it's expected. I think it's only supposed to get down to 60 degrees Fahrenheit tonight, so pretty warm. So I probably don't need an underquilt, to be honest, but I would rather have one and not need it, because if you get cold, it kind of stinks. And I didn't bring any kind of jacket. I was going to bring a puffy or something, but I probably not going to need it. So, yeah, out in the middle of nowhere, enjoying my figured first camp. I was going to do a stealth camp for my first camp back out, but I wanted to come out here in the quiet solitude. I don't know if you can hear that airplane, but that's about all you get out here is a airplane and a helicopter once in a while. But I mean, this is about as remote as you can get. No road noise. I hiked in about a mile and a half. Usually between a mile and 2 miles is about all you have to. It's pretty remote anyways out here, so you can pretty much camp anywhere. It's just I walk up the trails. There's two main trails that branch off this trail that I'm on here. This area, kind of where I'm at, this basic area is what I call my, well, other than my base camp at home, my base camp here in this part of Mark Twain, this is kind of my base camp area where I can come and only have to hike in a couple miles to get a really good spot. I mean, you don't have to. You can literally, I could 500 feet from the truck, I could camp. There's some really nice areas to camp. You can pretty much camp anywhere out here. What is this nonsense? Out here hammock camping out in the middle of a national forest here. It's about an hour from my house, hour and 15 minutes. It's been a long time. My wife and I had our son, and he's 6 months now, and he's there's over at Grandma's house tonight, and I wanted to get out and do a camp. Haven't got out and done a solo camp, and man, I don't know how many months it's been. It's been a while. Been a while. Skeeter, how you doing, my friend? Appreciate you coming in. Can't wait for us to collaborate. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Yeah. Second annual YouTuber creators meetup. Tony meetup at Knoebels. May 23rd of this year. For all those that don't know, obviously Skeeter knows, I know, Glenn knows. There's a few other people in here that probably don't know. But yeah, Knoebels, Ellisburg, Pennsylvania. But yeah, I'm last year Randy from Ozarks Great Adventures and I drove out there and split the cost, so but it was still kind of expensive and long trip. So this year I opted, why I got my tickets plenty early and got them cheap, to fly. I'm flying in this year, so it's going to be a little more enjoyable, not so exhausting 17-hour drive for us, and it was a rough trip. We was really tired when we got back, so yeah, it's going to be a lot more pleasant this time. And it was cheaper, even getting the rental car. They kind of threw the rental car in free, almost free. pretty cheap. So it's definitely cheaper to fly this time. So that's why I did that. Plus time. How you doing, brother? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Uh, it's like I said, been really busy. Uh, we our time is just, our family, Will and my wife and I, just and grandma. We keep busy and visiting with other family members, and just being a full-time dad. It's a joy. It's definitely a blessing to be able to have this opportunity and this late in life. And yeah, tonight or today, I guess we decided last night, but I said going to get out and do camp. I wasn't for sure exactly until today exactly where I was going. I had in my mind I wanted to come up here. I love how quiet it is. Um, just so peaceful, just out in the middle of nowhere. You'd never run into anybody. I've never even ran into anybody on the trails out here. This side of the mountain, of course, if you go to the lower uh, part of the mountain on the west side, there's a creek, and then there's a primitive um, cowboy camp down there. It's geared more towards horse riders and stuff. But Randy and I've camped down there several times, and I camp down there too, especially like when I want to truck camp or car camp, tent camp. Um, it's pretty good. They don't have any amenity. Well, they have a vault toilet in the middle of the area down there, but they have no. There's a few campsites that have some fire rings, but most of them are rock fire rings. They're not. It's not as. I mean, it's maintained by. Um, I don't know if it's the forestry department or the conservation department. I think it's the forestry department here, and it's bare minimum. It's primitive for sure. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Appreciate you being here. What state are you in? I'm in Missouri. I'm in right now. I'm Southwest Missouri still. Not too terribly far from the Missouri-Arkansas border. Yeah, I just popped in last minute. I was gonna do it later on this evening, but I noticed Camping with Champion posted that he's gonna do a live at 8 o'clock Central tonight. So I wanted to try to catch some of that tonight and hear what he's got to say. Good news about getting his bush back that he built. That's a good thing. I'm glad that guy was honest and going to work with him to get that back. Yeah, he did a live the other day. Yeah, I didn't catch that one. I don't know if we had already went to sleep or what the deal was. I didn't catch it until it was over. Well, I seen that he had a live, but it was over. The sun's coming through those two trees. Can't get out of the way. But yeah, 8 p.m. Central. So I guess that would be 9 p.m. for Eastern guys. He talked about your soda. Did he really? Yeah, I was hoping to get in there on that. I'll get in on the one tonight. Yes, I'm trail camping. I'm off trail now. Oh, I would say 1,000 feet probably from the trail. If you go too far down from the trail where I'm at, I'm east of the trail. If you go too far down, it's pretty steep. I don't know if you can see. I can show you. I can't go too far down. I mean, I can. You can't tell by camera, but it's really down at the end of that. So it starts getting really steep. So I can hang my hammock, obviously, and I have farther down, but I can't enjoy my camping chair like I've got here. I'm going to be cooking just real light dinner tonight. I'm not cooking anything major, so I didn't even bring a camp table like I normally do. I did bring my mesh fire pit in case I wanted a fire, but it being so hot, I probably won't. The bugs aren't bad right now, so I'll probably not have a fire. Did you pack in? Yes, I packed in for sure. Yep, I packed in real lightweight. I've got everything in my 65-liter nightcap backpack. Um, like I said, I had my hammock, my lightweight underquilt, my lightweight tarp. I've got a mesh fire pit, a Kelty Bestie top quilt blanket, which I probably won't even need tonight. What else did I got? I've got noodles. I got Korean barbecue Spam. I have not tried yet. Corporal's Corner says it's amazing, so I thought I'd give it a go. I love Spam, so. But yeah, real lightweight. I brought in about 3 liters of water. There's no water source close to here, so you have to pack in water. That's the only drawback from this general area. I could drive down. It's about 5 or 6 miles to a creek that I could get water if I needed. I do have my filter with me if I actually needed water, but yeah. Swan Creek is the closest creek to here, I think. Hey, Sam. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy it for sure. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it, dude. Hope you're doing well. Of course, my first camp out wasn't a stealth camp. I was thinking about it, but no, I wanted to get out in solitude out here in the National Forest. It's so pretty out here, so quiet. Thank you for stopping by, Sam. I appreciate it. Oh, hey Cole, how's it going? I appreciate you coming in. Doing well, my friend. I'll flip you guys around so you can see some of the woods here. Pretty sunset there. Very, very dense, thick forest where I'm at. Luckily, its leaves are still off the trees. The pine needles are on the cedars, but or not the cedars, the pine trees. But yeah, when it's middle of summer, it's so thick in here, it's hard to get in here. Wintertime, spring, fall, and winter's the best time to come up here. Gen X Prepper. I'd like to start making my outdoor content live, but getting phone signal can be tricky sometimes. Yeah, it's very tricky. Like I said, this is the actual very first time I've tried to do a live up here. I know down on the western side of the mountain, down in the valley where the cowboy camp is, you don't have good enough signal to do a live down there. This is on top of the mountain. And I've only got, I think, 2 or 3 bars of LTE, so not the best signal, but I guess it's good enough to get signal. I'm very fortunate. I do have Verizon, so that helps because they're good for out regions like this that are pretty remote areas. Let me get you a shot of downhill here. Move you around. Sorry, I'm gonna make you drunk. Trying to get a better shot of the woods. Camping on Saturday, I mean. Yep. Sorry, I missed your comment, Cole. I've been doing good. Hope you're doing well. Sorry if I miss amped up for camping with you. Yeah, me too, man. Sorry, I'm trying to go back and see if I missed any comments. It takes too much time to make and edit videos when I'm camping and hiking. Yeah, I do mine on the go like Tony from Random Adventures. I do all my video. I do have an action camera. I don't use it much, but I mainly do my video on mobile, and I do all my editing. So once I get home, I have majority of my editing done. I edit as I go, so I don't have hours of editing to do when I get home. So much easier for me, because when I get home, I've got too much going on at home that, yeah, I'd be too distracted and it'd take me forever to get the editing done. So at night when I'm getting ready for bed, crawling in the hammock or whatever, the tent, whatever I'm camping in. It gives me a good time to do all my editing, most of my editing. Um, I'm doing a ASMR video this time, so it's so easier to edit than when you're talking and everything. So, um, yeah, I love editing as I go. It's really good. CNT might be coming 210. Awesome. That'd be good to meet them. Yeah, I hope a lot more people come this year. I mean, it was a great turnout last year to Tony's meetup. Um, I was real shocked, and I know Tony was as well, for the turnout. It was great meeting a bunch of new people and making lifelong friends. It's been great. I'm considering Starlink Mobile, but my pack weight is already 32 pounds. It's frustrating. Ow. Wow, yeah. 32 pounds, it's definitely not. I never tried to do, I'm not a ultralight packer by no means. I've got bad knees and back now. I can't do 15 to 30 miles a day backpacking. So, but yeah, that mini Starlink dish is a lot smaller than the one I have. So um, it would be a lot lighter than the full size dish. I don't know, Gen X, if you've looked into the mini Starlink dish, but that's an option as well. It'd save you some weight. I ordered more stickers the other day. I will have plenty to give out. Yeah, I've got plenty to give out too, Chris. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. With me flying, I'm gonna be real limited on what I can bring with me. So I'm gonna have very basic camping gear. Of course, I can't bring any knives or fire starting or anything like that. So I'm gonna, once I get off the plane, get my rental car. I'm gonna get some pre-made foods that I don't have to cook, and um, some iced coffee and stuff for the morning. So I'm not gonna have to worry about cooking or doing anything. I don't have to bring any utensils or anything like that. I'm gonna go very bare minimum, just my hammock, my tarp, and my underquilt, and a top quilt. Going all carry on. All, my two changes of clothes. Probably bring my puffy, because last year it was kind of cool. I don't know what the temperature will be quite like when I get there. Could rain too, so I'm bringing a poncho with me. It's hard to focus. It's so tedious. Yes. Spend a lot of time editing. Yes. See, I can't stand to sit and edit hours after I'm done camping. I want to relax, so that's why I do it as I go. Yeah, I know the mobile editing and all that. I'm not looking to do Hollywood quality editing and videos, so I'm not too worried about. I mean, I use UCut Pro, and it's really good. It has a lot of the same things, same editing as my computer does. But like I said, I like to come out and enjoy, relax. I do my editing as I'm relaxing in my hammock before I go to bed. Um, that way I'm not having to do it for hours at home. I can't stand sitting and doing hours at a time. I like doing it as I go. It makes it so much more enjoyable to me, because a lot of people love editing. I hate it. It's the worst part of. I do lives all the time if I get away with, like Gen X said, if I had uh, signal and stuff, I'd do lives all the time. I wouldn't edit. I wouldn't do any long form videos if I had signal everywhere I went. That'd be awesome. Let's see here. You could always mail stuff too. Yeah, my luck would get lost, or wouldn't get there and I wouldn't have it. So if there's anything I need, I'm going to buy it, and I'll just let Skeeter have it, or somebody there have it that's local that I'm going to be camping with. Somebody that's driving if I do need to buy anything, but I don't think I'm going to have to buy anything. I'm in Maryland near the north tip of Chesapeake Bay. One would think coverage would be great, but not so. A lot of areas I hike in. Yeah, you would think so, nowadays, especially with everybody having social media and everybody, a lot of people doing YouTube. Speaking of that, I need to plug you guys in so my phone won't die. But yeah, they definitely need some better coverage. It'd be nice if you could afford a satellite phone, but those things are expensive. Starlink's about the best you can do. Nor rice and full pack chicken is my usual go-to. Yeah, that's great. I love, or just get a pre-made sub sandwich even. I mean, I'm not even going to bring a gas stove or anything. I can on the plane, obviously. I could buy a cheap one when I'm there, but I'm just going to buy pre-made stuff. Those heat and serve microwave rice packs are good. They got all different kind of flavored ones of those. I love Vienna sausages, Spam, hot dogs, you name it. I could buy a cheap lighter and cook something on a fire if I really wanted to cook something, but I'm gonna just go real easy. I'm real easy going. Just eat pre-made stuff. I'm headed to Maha. No, I only make one trip to the East Coast once. Well, I'm lucky to make it once a year. I really probably shouldn't have paid for to go out to Tony's, but if I can do one meetup a year, it'll be Tony's. I can't make multiple trips out there. I don't have the funds to do that. I wish I could. I wish there was more things here in the Midwest to go to. If I had more time, I would try to orchestrate one here in the Midwest, but I don't have time. I can't even hardly get out and camp right now. I use what I'm familiar with, which is a program on my computer. Yeah, a lot of people like editing on the computer. I prefer it on my phone personally, but if you're used to computers, yeah, I can see how they're better, number one, and number two, most people are more familiar with the computers. That's why I go live every day. I can't edit for crap. Yeah, Skeeter, I hear you. I don't mind editing. It's just a lot of work, but yeah, lives are so much better. Plus, you see everything as it happens. I can. They can see as you're camping where you're at. Editing is fun when you're using magic, like I'm video and I'm editing right now. Yeah, I'm no good at editing either. I like that idea as long as you have a power supply battery that don't last all day. Yeah, that's the thing too. When you hike in like this, you can't be taking a Jackery in here. I mean, you can, but I try to bring as little as I can out here. I have a 50,000 milliamp battery pack and a little 10,000 milliamp with me, and then I have my light, which is another 20,000 milliamp. So I've got plenty of battery. I actually have 4 battery packs with me, so I always bring some lightweight, smaller packs with me out when I'm hiking out here. Heard about this thing, it gives you Wi-Fi when you're out places like this. Anyone heard about this product? Yeah, Chris, I think I have. It looks like, is it the one that looks like a hockey puck? It's yeah, you can get them from those similar things from all like cell phone. They're just pick up cell phone signals. What they do, so you would virtually have to have signal still. It's not Starlink. If that's the one you're talking about, I looked into that, but I mean, you might as well use your phone. I've got free unlimited hotspot on my phone, so. But like Gen X said, half the time you don't have signal out here, so yeah, you'd have to go with some kind of satellite internet, and then you're going with heavier weight. I saw it pop up as an ad. Yeah, I did too a couple weeks ago, and I looked into it, and it was through here. The one I was looking at was through Verizon, which that's who I already have, and yeah, it wouldn't really help me out because I already have Verizon, and if you don't have signal, yeah, you definitely have to, if you have an overlanding set or do a lot of car camping where you're not having to backpack in a lot, Starlink would probably be, the mini Starlink dish would probably be the best option. It is pricey, and that's why most people don't use it, but we don't have really good high-speed internet available where we live, so it's great. It's a lot reliable. We haven't had any issues with it, and when we start to travel, when we retire, we can travel with it, which is nice. Maybe in the future. Yep. I can do both computer and mobile editing. Yep. I can too. Yep. My software I can use. I can edit on my tablet, my laptop, or my phone. A little handheld thing. Yep. I'm hoping someday, they're working on it. I know they are, but they need to make phones that do cellular and satellite. So what you could do is not pay a monthly fee for expensive satellite, but have the option, have dual SIM or however they want to do it. And if you know you're going out for a trip and you just need to pay, you should be able to pay as you go, pay for a week, pay for a month or whatever, not have to sign up for a contract. But with like Starlink, you're not signed up with a contract either. So you could just buy a month at a time. But if you was going on a trip and if you had a lot of videos and did a lot of, videos and hiking and stuff, it would pay for it, if you was making money off YouTube or if you was doing photography or something, if you was a freelance photographer or something, you did it for a living, I could see that. But yeah, something that you wouldn't have to sign a contract for that's month to month, that would be a good option. I think that's a great idea, have a phone that's both, that can do satellite and that can do cellular. So you can always have your cellular, and then you could pay for a month if you're, like I said, going out remotely somewhere, and then have a little fold up, little lightweight titanium dish of some sort, that could fit in your pack that wouldn't weigh nothing. I think that's a great idea. I'm sure somebody's gonna patent that idea now. Small little hand. My plan doesn't include hotspot. Ooh, that sucks. Yeah, mine does one device unlimited and unlimited data. It's a great deal. So, like if you use it at home or something and you want to use it on multiple devices, you just get a Wi-Fi booster. Like the booster I have, you connect the one device to the booster, and it magnifies. It splits. Well, it kind of splits, but it magnifies the Wi-Fi signal from a hotspot, and you can connect unlimited devices to that device. So the one hotspot device connects to that booster, and then you can connect to the booster. It virtually repeats the signal, so that's one way you can get around only having one device. It works really good. Hey, Hammock Mountain, how you doing, Daniel? Appreciate you coming in. I'm just out here at Mark Twain, looking down the hill, the mountainside here, right in front of me, which is due east. Well, I'd say due east. I'm facing more southeast, I guess. More east is kind of behind the hammock here. West back this way. The sun's gonna set to my right here. But I'm looking down the mountain. I'll give you a view down here. Can't tell how steep it is. It's really steep. Not super steep, but it is steep. And at the edge where you can't see the hill, on going down the hill, there's a ravine that it goes pretty straight down. Once you get to the end of the tree line down there, it gets even steeper. So and then there's a really big mountain. I don't think you guys can see it through the trees. Yeah, you might be able to see it up there. You can see the mountain line here. But there's a pretty good sized mountain behind me. And on Google Earth, there's a good opening on top of that mountain up there. So one of these days, I'm going to try to find an easier route. It's straight up on this side. So it would be some massive climbing to get up that mountain from this side. So I'm going to try to find an easy to get up that mountain sometime and see if I can find a really cool new camping spot up there. I recently saw a video of someone camping in that forest. Really? Yeah, there's a few, not a whole lot of YouTubers that I know of around here other than Glenn and Randy, Ozark's Great Adventures. But there are a few. There's a guy in Humansville that's north of me, but I don't think he drives. He has to have people drop him off, but he does some videoing, and Mark Twain I know. Could have been him. I'm trying to remember what his channel name is. He comes into my lives every now and then. I'm getting ready to pack my stuff and head out. Awesome. Looking forward to doing another stealth, Daniel. Yeah, Sam was wanting me to do a stealth on my next outing, but I wasn't prepared to do a stealth tonight, so I wanted the solitude and get out here in the quiet national forest and enjoy myself tonight. He did that dealership stealth camp. I thought that was pretty cool. I'd like to do that too. I told him and commenting on his video that when I did my U-Haul stealth camp, I thought about doing a dealership. So he said next one I do, I should do a dealership. I've got 3 in mind, so that would be cool. Yeah, be safe out there, Daniel. I'll be looking forward to the video. One would think an app on your phone that hotspots to an inReach for data transfer through satellite would already be out there. Yeah, you would think so, Gen X, and I know there's probably things like that. I'm not too techie on all that fancy stuff. I can get by with what I have. That's normally when I'm out camping. I don't have a lot of lives when I'm camping other than Holston Mills that I camp at. There's very few places I can actually do a live here. I'm really shocked. Up on top of that mountain, I'm sure I could. But that's going to be a hard climb to get up there. I was hoping I could find an easier route to get up there, so maybe I could do some lives. That would be super remote up there. Let's see here. And I'll check for the name. Okay, Chris, appreciate it. I think Light Fires in Malmos is doing training this weekend near there this weekend. Really? Huh. That's cool. The boat camp? Did I miss a comment? Let me scroll back here. I have a good one premiering tomorrow. Awesome, Daniel. I'll try to make sure I catch that one. Will keeps us on our toes, so sometimes I can catch him, sometimes I can't. Depends on if he's napping or not. Rex Outdoors was the channel. Rex Outdoors. I'll have to check that out. I'll definitely have to check that out, Chris. Rex Outdoors. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check that out later and see if I watched him. It sounds kind of familiar, but I don't know if I've watched any of his content. I'll have to check it out. That's my issue. I lose signal when I'm hiked down into valleys. Yeah, valleys for sure. Yep. It is a boat. Awesome. Can't wait to see that, Daniel. Looks like a newer account. Okay, I'll have to check that out. There were several. Usually when I come here to the trailhead, I've only seen 1 or 2 cars in all the years I've camped down here. And there was 3 besides mine there today. So since it got so nice out today, I'm sure people are hiking out here today. Didn't look like any of them were campers. I'm waiting for it. I pay attention to Hammock Mountain. Yeah, yeah. I wish I could be on YouTube more. I can barely. That's why I missed Camping with Champions live the other night. Uh, I didn't get my notification because I didn't have my phone near me, and I wasn't on TV much last night to get the notification. Normally, I get a notification when somebody goes live if I'm on TV too, because I watch most of my YouTube on my TV. Mark Twain National Forest, right? Yes, and it's huge. Mark Twain is a massive national forest, so he could be in the well. It's huge in Missouri, and it's not as big stretching down in Arkansas, but it does go in Arkansas a little ways too. Yeah, I get all my notifications if I have the devices on. My phone I usually have on silent most of the time because I never know when Will's gonna fall asleep. So, and I usually keep it on silent. So I don't always get my notifications just because if I don't have my TV on and it pops up on my TV, then um, my phone and my tablet's usually on silent. So I miss a lot of them. I get them, but I'm not looking at the screen 24/7, so I miss a lot of them that way. If anybody in chat has a outdoor channel, post and link. I'll give you moderator status, Gen X, so you can go and check out everybody's channels. I forgot to do that. Sorry about that, bud. But I gave you moderator status so you can go in and check out everybody's channel. Subscribe to each everybody. And if you haven't hit that thumbs up, I appreciate it. Yeah, you should be able to go into everybody's channels now, Gen X and everybody in the room, and subscribe to each other. We'd all appreciate it. That's kind of what this is all about, is growing our community. We all have a channel pretty much. Yep, we do. Pretty much everybody that comes in here, once in a blue moon, I'll get a random person, new person coming in that doesn't. But yeah, I'll definitely subscribe to you, Gen X, once I get off here. If I'm not already, I can't remember if I am. I can't check now. I know I've seen some of your stuff, so I know I've watched some of your stuff. I should be subscribed if I'm not, but I'll definitely subscribe if I'm not. Pretty sure I am. But it's our YouTube family for sure. Yep. And a lot of these guys I've met. I've met Shy Guy Adventures at Tony's meetup in Pennsylvania last year. I met Cole, Skeeter, the Northwest Wind Sam that was in here earlier, Hammock Mountain, Daniel. A lot of YouTubers that I've wanted to meet, I got to meet. Of course, Tony and Too Much Gear Guy, Nolan Mission Discover, which he came to our Purple Rain camp this year. That was great. It was good to have him at our camp this year. Herbert T. Outdoors, I've met through our meetup. Ozarks Woodsman Stories and More, Matt. Sager Outdoors, Matt in Arkansas. Yeah, it's a good family. Lifelong friends and family that we've made. It's awesome. I'm looking forward to this meetup again. I wish I could go to Maha, and I wish I could go to some of these other meetups on the East Coast, but I just can't. I can't afford to go to more than one. HangCon definitely is on my bucket list. I want to do HangCon at least once. But you know, it's a long ways over there. Like I said, it's 17-hour drive, and it's expensive to get there just in gas alone. So I just can't hop in a vehicle and drive to East Coast every time I want to do a meetup. So Like to get more, go into more things here in the Midwest. My grandfather introduced me to hiking, backpacking, camping, pretty much everything outdoors when I was young in the 70s. Been solo all my life. Never had a community. Yeah, that's the way I was before I got on YouTube Gen X. I grew up on a 360-acre dairy farm, and I had the perfect Tom Sawyer childhood. I didn't have to go anywhere to camp, which we did too. We drove places and camped in other states and stuff, but we had a creek that split our property in half and made an awesome campsite down on the river, Honey Creek, that went through a creek, not a river, but it was a good, big, decent sized creek, not a big one, but um, yeah. My mom and dad didn't care if I camped on weekdays as long as I had my homework done and caught the bus. I could camp on a weeknight. All I had to do is show that my homework was done. Had a great childhood. I camped for the first time in 2020. I went in so unprepared. Yeah, most people do, and that's the thing, when my nephews started getting into it, or just other people start getting into it as adults and never camped before, I always tell them, camp in your backyard, test out all your equipment, make sure you got stuff that, you know how to set up everything, how everything works before you go out camping. Or if you do go out camping and want to try everything out the first time, just go to a car camping spot and camp real close to your car. So if something fails, you can just hop in your car, you can bail if you have to. There's no shame in it, but definitely worth it's definitely worth trying out stuff before you go out. I mean, I always see people, YouTubers, all the time saying, "Don't do what I do." They're bringing out new gear and stuff they've never tried, but I know a lot of us are confident in most gear and can figure it out. Uh, you know, Now a lot of outdoor gear are going to digital manuals instead of paper manuals, which is a good idea, not a good idea, because if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you don't have signal and you can't look at a manual online, you're kind of in trouble. But I mean, if you can set up one decently hard tent, you should be able to set up any tent. It might take you a little while, but you know, always bring you a backup. I grew up in Baltimore City. Grandfather had a hunting camp in the mountains of western. Spent entire summer there. Sorry, I can't hardly see because of the glare. I had a tent, sleeping bag, and that's it. Yeah, yeah. Usually, a lot of people go unprepared. Go when it's too hot, or go when it's too cold. A lot of times, it's too chilly, and people don't realize you need an air mat to keep you warm from the ground. Um, if people take hammocks out, they don't realize they need underquilts, and they get cold. Um, there's so many things that you got to be prepared. I mean, with YouTube now, um, and I always you can't learn everything on YouTube obviously until you get out there and hands on. But at the very least, I tell people to go and watch videos and get as familiar with whatever you've got as you can before you go out. If you don't actually physically try to use it before you go. Oh, and a chair. Yeah, yeah. I usually bring a chair. I've got my little nature hike camping chair with me. My fold-up camping chair. I usually bring a. I don't need it because of my hammock. A lot of times I sit in my hammock, but now I've got. I don't want to take my bug net off of my hanging high, so I usually just sit in my hammock for a chair. When I bring my one wind, I usually just sit in that. But I do like a camping chair too. It's a it's a commodity I like bringing a comfort. I hiked in. Yeah, that's the thing. Most people do hike in for their first. And I always tell people to go to a campground first time. Just in case they forget something or something doesn't go right. You're not hiking in the dark trying to get back to your car or something. I'm still school with most of my gear. Some of it is 40-year old. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, man. That's why I tell people you don't have to go and buy all this fancy, expensive gear. Yeah, cheap gear a lot of times aren't going to last longer, but you can buy five of them for the price of one tent, So, especially when you first get into it, you can buy one, buy once, cry once, buy better gear later on when you can afford it, or if you figure you're going to continue to camp, you don't want to go out and spend $1,000 on camping gear and find out you don't like camping. You're going to be stuck with a bunch of camping gear. That's why I always tell people go to thrift stores, go to garage sales, borrow stuff. Especially if you've never camped before in your entire life. I go see people go and buy all these $300, $400, $500 tents and $300, $400, $500 backpacks, and then they never use them again. They'll use them once, and then they'll sell them on marketplace for $500 tent for $100 if most. So it's like stupid. Go buy a Ozark Trails tent from Walmart. There's no shame in it, especially for your first tent. And they do have some good tents. You just got to buy what you can afford. I think my sleeping bag is 6 years old. Yeah, I have a couple that's 8 years old. I did buy a new one this last winter. I got a really good deal on it. It's a flannel, more like car camping sleeping bag. I've seen many, many newbie car campers over the years. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people. I I don't like calling people lazy, but especially as Americans, a lot of us are lazy and don't want to hike in, and a lot of people want to get e-bikes now and ride in, so they don't have to use a regular bike or hike anymore. And I mean, I like still hiking in just to get the exercise. I'll probably, I mean, yeah, I'm like everybody else. I wouldn't mind having an e-bike just to pedal with. I still have my dad's and my mountain bike. I want to do a mountain bike camp this year. Um, but I like to hike in and get the, heaven knows I need the exercise. I think my sleeping bag, I read that. Experience is the best teacher. Yep, absolutely. You don't know until you get out there. You can get as prepared as you can, like I said. Camp in your backyard or somebody else's backyard, or somebody's got some land that you can go camp in their backfield or something. Uh, do that for the first time. I was very fortunate. I grew up on a big farm and had all the place that I could go, so I was very seasoned camper and self-taught on everything until I got into Boy Scouts, and then we went into Royal Rangers in our church. Um, but for the most part, I was self-taught everything. I read in books. Back then they didn't have the internet, so we read encyclopedias and uh, National Geographics and all the camping books. I would go to the library and check out any camping book I could or whatever, and all the knots I learned. And um, yeah, I mean, you can self-teach yourself everything. I watched Steve Wallace, and that was my knowledge of camping at the point in time. And he'll tell you not to do what he does sometimes. I mean, Steve Wallace does very questionable things. Seeing that newest drivable tent camper he built, that was hilarious. I laughed the whole time watching that. That was pretty funny. Good idea though. The woods can show no mercy. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? And the weather, especially here in the Midwest and Missouri especially, can change. You can get 4 seasons in one day. So you really need to be prepared. Like it's 85 degrees here, but I've got a poncho. I've got other things that, if heaven forbid something changes dramatically, I'll double to be okay. Um, it's better to be overprepared than underprepared, I think. Carry a little extra gear to be overprepared. I still have equipment I haven't used yet. Yeah, I do too. I'm notorious for seeing something really cool and buying it. And I don't try to spend a lot. Thrift stores where I get a lot of stuff that I haven't used because you get it so cheap. Or that new Just Bid app that they have out. It's all Amazon returns. You can get new, open box, pre-owned stuff, and they have camping gear on there, electronics, everything. So I don't like it because it's kind of like an online thrift store for me. So you can get a lot of cool stuff though, really cheap for $1. I got a bunch. I got two items. I got some. I don't know if anybody watched Luke from the Outdoor Gear Review, but he uses heavy duty Ziploc bags for his trash bags. I've adopted that as well. I love that idea. I've always used little, like when I bring stuff, little Ziploc bags. I've always put my trash in it when I'm packing out. But I get these heavy duty Ziploc bags, and you can wash them out and reuse them. So great idea, super good idea. That way you don't get no stuff in your backpack. I still have equipment I haven't used yet. CEU, yeah, but those people that spend thousands on camping gear and use it once, then it hits marketplace or pennies on the dollar. That's true. That's true. It's good for us for sure. Gen X, yeah. I mean, there's good in that too, but I mean, I hate to see people do it. But like you say, I mean, their loss, our win. So an e-bike company is sending me an exclusive gift, whatever that is, LOL. That'd be cool if you get an e-bike. I would love for somebody to send me. They've sent me log carriers and what else? They were supposed to send me. A company reached out to me and asked me if I was interested in a diesel heater. At first, I wasn't, but I thought, well, I'm gonna. Hopefully, this year I get to turn my dad's truck into a overlanding truck, and I would like to have a diesel heater for that. I'm gonna get a rooftop tent, so I wouldn't mind reviewing a diesel heater for sure. Hopefully they reach back out to me and send me one. I would like that. I love Steve, but all I could think about was the time and money I went into that. For 1 minute you use. He's got the money though. I mean, he gets millions of views on one video. I mean, he gets the money just to throw into that stuff. It's don't cost him anything. But yeah, yeah, it was a lot of time, money. Those batteries alone are pretty expensive. The marketplace is my weakness. Yeah, it's definitely a weakness. That's the only reason. Well, the only reason I'm on social media is because of my YouTube account. I don't have a personal YouTube account, and main reason even for my YouTube account I got back on Facebook is to use Marketplace. To be honest, I mean I like posting stuff from my channel on there too. I haven't posted a whole lot on there, but mainly to use Marketplace. Yeah, I love buying and selling on Marketplace. I've sold about just as much stuff as I have bought, so I love it. I like if I have something that I don't really like, it's a good product, but I want to resell it and get something else. I love using Marketplace for that. I can justify selling some of my stuff to get something else I want. It's not really coming out of my pocket that way. It is, but it's not. Establish those business relationships. Yep, yep. And getting things once in a while is not bad. My outlook on YouTube is it'd be cool if someday you made a little bit of money off YouTube, but that's not my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal was just to document my campouts and for my son, my grandkids, family, and friends to see my outings. But I mean, it'd be cool. It'd be cool. I know since YouTube's changed over the years, a lot of these big YouTubers that I've watched pretty much from the beginning being on YouTube, they used to make a really good living, but they've changed so much to where they can't make near much money. That's why people are doing so many sponsorships now, because it's hard to make. If you're not making at least 100,000 views per video minimum, you really can't make a good income. And a lot of these YouTubers that are been on for 15 plus years, they got their income cut in half or more when YouTube changed a lot of things. So, it's irritating for people watching. They feel like they're watching commercials, and virtually you are. But that's how Camping with Champion, for instance, makes money off those e-bikes to supplement his income, and it's good. It'd be nice if you could make a living, but majority of YouTube channels don't even get monetized. So, and if they do, they make very little. So, but it'd be good. Well, I guess what I was getting at is, it'd be good just to get enough once in a while to get some new gear. I've got enough gear now. I take care of my gear good. I really don't need anything, but I'm like any other outdoorsman. There's always something new coming out that you would love to try and have. Um, you know, but I'm kind of like you, Jenna. I always keep things so long. By the time I would be able to sell it, it wouldn't be worth anything because nobody wants something that's 20, 30 years old. It's still usually in good condition. I try to take good care of my stuff, but, it's not like you can sell it for anything. I like giving stuff to people, new people that want to start camping or kids that want to get into camping. I worked with a guy that his wife was wanting to get into hammock camping, so I had a starter hammock that I gave to them for starting out. So that's always good to pass on stuff to other people. Selling gear is my issues, hence why I have 15 or 16 totes of gear stacked in my gear room. Yeah, I've got an unfinished basement, and I'd say half of the basement's all my gear. Maybe not half, but close. I've got a lot of camping gear. It's good. It's good to have camping gear. You never know when something's going to happen to the world, and we may have to utilize camping gear someday in the future. People don't think about it that way, but it's a good prepping item for sure. Is camping gear. I don't believe you can you can have too much, I guess, but that way, if you have too much, if something major happens, even natural disasters, you can help your community out with giving out camping gear tents and hammocks and stuff for people to use if a natural disaster happens. So there's always positives to everything that you can do. My goal is gas money. Yeah, right now, other than food and gas money and camp fees, that's why I don't go to campsites mostly because they're outrageous. Here, I thought they were bad here in Missouri, but up north and northeast, there's no way I'm spending 40, 50, 60, 70 bucks. Somebody I recently spent 80 bucks on a campsite. I love to camp, but not that much. I'm not going to pay 80 bucks to camp in a campground. No, no way. I don't care if there's a hot shower. I don't care if there's electricity. 80 bucks, even 40 bucks I won't spend. I complain about $20 here is the most I've spent on a campground here. And that's electric. Yeah, no, I will camp in national forests and state parks and stuff before I pay that much to camp. That's ridiculous. I'm going to log off. I need to find a spot to sleep tonight. All right, Daniel, I appreciate you stopping in, brother. Be safe out there. We look forward to your premiere and look forward to this video coming up. Be safe. Have a good night, my friend. I prepped my secret campsite. Yeah, yep. I like that. Having some of your gear out there already. That's pretty cool. And it is a good idea. I know legally you're not supposed to do stuff on like public land and stuff like that, but if you can definitely get private land, burying caches is a good idea for a prep too. I'm not going to get into what you should bury, but everybody with an outdoors mentality pretty much knows what good things are to put in an underground cache. Obviously, it's got to be a waterproof, weatherproof container that you put it in, but that's a good thing to do as well. this world's unfortunately not going to get a whole lot better. And, um, you know, we don't know. Like I said, not just war or anything like that. I'm saying natural disasters. Here, we get tornadoes all the time. Places get earthquakes, tsunamis. Um, Being prepared means being prepared for Mother Nature more so than man-made disasters like war and stuff like that. Um, it doesn't. I mean, I think you can go overboard with prepping. It depends on how much money and time you want to put into it, but being prepared, there's nothing wrong with it at all. No matter what your belief, your background, um, even if you can have a few weeks worth of water and food, um, I say minimum 30 days, but if very minimum 2 weeks worth, it would help a bunch. For the shower and overnight parking camping, it's not bad. I use the campground as a backup. Yeah, I can't, but even then, even for shower or whatever, I will not spend 40 or more dollars on anywhere camping. I just won't. I'll go to BLM land or National Forest land. I'll find free camping. And that's where I want to go anyways. I don't want to be in a campground around other people. That's just not me. I know people that are from the city don't like going out remotely because they're used to noise, they're used to people. That's why they like campgrounds. Nothing wrong with it. Just me personally, I like being solo. I like hiking in. I like the solitude. I like getting away from all the noise. Um, and before, to be honest, if I wasn't on YouTube, I probably wouldn't have a phone or I wouldn't be using my phone much. I like coming out here and reading a book. I like coming out here and just laying in my hammock and listen to nature. Um, well, I did hear one bird here. Speaking of that, it's been so quiet here. It's usually noisy with birds and wildlife, but today it's virtually no wind. I do hear a raven in the background right now. I have not seen any deer today. Normally I see a few deer out here. Hey Vanessa, appreciate you coming in. The region offers so many places to camp for free. Yeah, definitely do. Pennsylvania, I've noticed being in there, there's so many places, like Tony stealth camps a lot of places, but a lot of places you can camp and you're never going to see anybody, and you may not supposed to camp there, but it's kind of like here. There's so many places to camp for free here too. There's no reason if you're in the Midwest, Arkansas, the Ozarks, anywhere here, there's no reason if you want to get out and camp that you can't get out and camp, especially free. There's so many free places here to camp. That's why, hence, there's, huge national forest. I mean, a lot of people don't like I said, get out to the remote areas, but I do. My grandfather taught me being prepared is knowing and experience, then tactical gear and gizmos. Absolutely, Gen X, yep. Yep, that's one good thing about being prepared too, is having things that you don't think about. Not just, well, even in natural disasters, but if the economy crashed or something major would happen, people don't realize how valuable things like salt, tea, pepper, spices, sugar, coffee, those things are going to be more valuable than gold or silver. You can barter so much, it's going to be worth so much to have just salt. Because salt's in every food. If you have rice and beans, if you have shelf-stable food, I mean, it may not be a steak that you used to, it may not be hamburger that you used to, but I mean, it's virtually going to last forever, and it'll get you through some hard times. Definitely worth being prepared. Appreciate you coming in, Vanessa. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. Hope everybody else is having a good weekend. I guess I haven't asked everybody if you guys are all having a good weekend, but start of mine's really good. Missing the family, of course. Not being away from Will too much. It's good, I know, to get our space, and I need this. Appreciate my wife being supportive of me and encouraging me to get out here. I probably would have made every excuse in the world. Main excuse is that I don't want to be away from him because, Will's only 6 months now. He's growing so big. He's 27 inches long. He's, what was he, 18.7 pounds when we went for his 6 months checkup. So he's doing really good, growing so fast. He's in his walker all over the house. He's not walking yet, and he's not fully crawling, but that's coming soon. He's definitely starting to teeth, of course. So, yeah, being a dad again after so many years has been such a blessing. It's amazing. I love my family. I love being with my family. And speaking of family, it's awesome. Next month, towards the end of April 20, the weekend before our anniversary, the weekend of the 20th, I think it is, we're going for our first family camp out, and we're going to a place my wife and I first went as when we were dating at Lake Catherine State Park in Arkansas. So we're looking forward to that. We're gonna do our first family camp with Will. So that's exciting, real exciting. He's gonna love it. Mom has him outside and barefoot in the grass, and he just absolutely loves it. I try to camp at our military campgrounds. Yeah, that's great, Vanessa. Yep. Anywhere you can get out. Uh, I do go to a lot of primitive campgrounds, which I love primitive campgrounds, more so just because they're cheaper and less people go to those because they want the amenities and they want the campground feel. So I like campgrounds like the one I'd go to a lot last year, Holston Mills, and there is a Missouri conservation area that has a couple of them that has camping, free camping. Um, but you have to camp in designated camping areas. Um, those are good. But yeah, any kind of camping, man. Get out. Even if you car camp, if you tent camp, um, anything. Hammock camping, tarp camping, building shelters. That's what I did as a kid. I'd get out and build shelters before it was even a thing, building survival shelters and building forts and building tree houses, and I love it. I loved all that stuff growing up. A lot of state game lands in PA. Yep. A lot of game lands. Yep. There's a lot of um, Missouri conservation lands here too. It's kind of like that. Some of them have camping. Some of them you can't camp. But a lot of even the conservation areas around where I live, you can camp. It's really nice. I camp in the forest here mostly. Yep. Yeah, me too. I like it because you don't run into people, and it's, people like campgrounds and where they don't have to pack in their gear and hike in. People want to be able to drive, and if you got a big family, that's understandable. You're not gonna. Most people aren't gonna drag their whole family out hiking and camping like I do. And that's virtually why we're going to Lake Catherine State Park. Is my wife likes amenities too. She likes to have a bathroom, um, and rightfully so. It's harder for women for sure. I like to drive in ones. I can bring so much gear. Yeah, yeah. That's why I like my truck camping. Why I'm gonna deck my dad's truck out into overlanding truck and do more truck camping. But I'm gonna try to go down to Arkansas. There's a lot of forestry roads and stuff that I can camp out remotely in the truck too. But I don't mind going like down here to the cowboy camp and truck camping. I've done that several times in Holston Mills. Um, but I want to have it set up to where we can use as the family with Will and everything. So that'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, you can the truck I can have already set up. I mean, literally, you're putting your clothes and your food in and going. I mean, it's going to be set up where you have your cooking, your kitchen set up, your sleeping set up, everything in the truck, so you're ready to camp. That's what I want to have it. Hey, Foothills, did I miss you coming in? Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Sorry that I didn't see you come in. I missed a lot of people earlier when the glare was on the screen. I missed a lot of comments, I'm sure, too. But I appreciate you coming in, Rowdy. Have a good weekend. What's for dinner? I'm going easy. I love, let me show you real quick. It'd be easier just to show you. I mean, I can tell you. Okay, Gen X, appreciate you, man. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. I will definitely enjoy my evening. You too. Have a good weekend. What's for dinner? Okay. I do have coffee for breakfast. I didn't bring anything for breakfast. I'll probably stop and get something on the way home tomorrow. I didn't bring anything for breakfast, but these are my absolute favorite type of ramen noodles. It's got the veggie, it's got cabbage and everything in it. I like all these flavors. They have a Korean barbecue, but I haven't been able to find that for a while. But I'd seen this on Corporal's Corner and a couple other channels of eating this Korean barbecue spam. I love spam, so spam and these noodles are always good together, so I'm gonna have spam and noodles. I do have, my wife got these recently at Sam's Club. I don't know, most people have Sam's Club. That's probably backwards for you guys, but Made Good. They're granola bars. The organic chewy granola bars, nut and gluten-free. This one's a chocolate chip. Like I said, they're organic. Pretty reasonable price. Really good. And they're really small. Perfect for backpacking. So definitely give that a go if you have a Sam's Club near you, or you can order online from Sam's as well. But I can't remember how much she said. It was a box of, I want to say like 30 or something. But really reasonably priced. Very good. Very soft and chewy. So you can, very soft. I'm more of a soft granola type person than a hard because my gums are real sensitive. Very good granola bar. It's nice to have good wholesome ingredients, not a whole bunch of garbage. It's got shiitake mushroom, spinach, beet, and broccoli flavoring in it. That's an odd combination, but man, it's really good. Doesn't have anything in it that you can't pronounce. Pretty small ingredient list. I mean, it's still fairly good size, but it's all natural stuff. It's got agave syrup in it, pure gluten-free oats, cane sugar, don't have any high fructose corn syrup in it. I can't even say that. Good stuff. We built forts, built traps, built outdoor spaces. I had campfires as kids, unsupervised LOL. Yeah, me too. Yep. Well, I mean, once my dad knew, you know, we burned trash and stuff. I mean, we've been around fire as soon as we could walk growing up. So, you know, my dad knew we were safe with fire, so he didn't care. Hey, Outdoors with Den, appreciate you coming in. Yeah, I tried to jump on here and do a live, like I said earlier. Camping Champion's going to do a live at 8, so I was going to do one after dark tonight, but to give... I want to watch Camping with Champions live tonight. So I figured I'd get on here and do a live in the daytime. I don't know if I've ever done a live during the day. On a camp anyways. Okay, I didn't know if Foothills did come in because I never did see a comment. But I'm notorious for missing when somebody comes in. I get busy talking and just don't pay attention. That was nice of him to say hi, though. I haven't seen him in a while. I know he's busy. Heavy planting season right now for him. With his gardens and stuff. If you guys haven't watched his gardening and stuff, he's got Some really good gardening videos and stuff. I like watching his videos. Yeah, I know, Chris. I missed that live. That was the first one I missed. Yeah, I was hoping I could catch that one. Until my phone died just as Tony came in. He probably thought, man, I came in and he just dumped me. Yeah. Yeah, he's busy too. It's good when Tony can make it in. Once in a while he pops into mine too, but I know he's a busy man, so I don't hold it against him. Him and Todd. Todd tries to come in once in a while too. I appreciate those guys so much. Sam will pop in like he did earlier, and I really appreciate that. That's really really good of him. I try to return the favor as well. It was a random live, yeah, and that's why I miss a lot of people's lives because they're totally random. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I like knowing when it's scheduled. I can, I can get in those more because if they're just random, most of the time I miss them. I'd like to start getting back to regular lives, scheduled lives again. I did get some new gear, several things, but the main thing I got was it's an ice shanty. It's an insulated pop-up tent, blind tent, ice shack, whatever you want to call it. But it's a big two-person one, and it's big enough that I can actually camp, lay in it diagonal. So I may do a camp in it, obviously in the wintertime because it's insulated. It's a really nice. I got it on that Just Bid app, Amazon return. It's a $80 pop-up tent, and I got it for $10 or $20. I don't remember what it was. Super cheap, and it was new. Really nice. I ought to do a short on it and kind of showing how to put it up and just do a little short video on it to show everybody how nice it is. But I thought about putting it up. I could even use that. I need a studio place now that Will's here and we made the nursery. I kind of don't have really a good studio anymore. So I was thinking about using that as a studio to do my lives in. I think that'd be a really good idea. Anything special, I'll announce it. Anything special? Nope. Yeah, it was a really good buy. I don't think I posted the pictures of it on YouTube community post or social media. I need to set it up. I think I'm gonna do a short on it. But yeah, it was really good find. That's a really good site. If you guys haven't checked out Just Bid, it's an app. You download it on Android or Apple, whatever, and you bid on it. Most stuff starts at $1 bid, and I've gotten several things for $1. Yesterday or today, I picked up this morning. I picked up some heavy duty reusable. They're made for freezer, Ziploc bags, or whatever, but I'm gonna use them mainly for camping for all my trash and stuff because you can wash them out and reuse them. You can put food in them too, whatever you want to use them for. But got them for $1. I think they're regularly like for 4-pack, they're like 15 or 20 bucks. I can't remember how much, but they weren't very expensive. But they have tents on there all the time. A really nice tent the other day. I think it was $170. And I'm trying to remember what brand it was. UMP. It wasn't a super high, you know, high class, I guess what you call, or expensive brand. But it was a nice tent. And it sold for like 20 bucks. I think it was 20 bucks for, and it was retails for 170. We got quite a bit of camping stuff on there. Sleeping bags, They'll get camping cots, roll mats, like the memory foam mattresses I got for my camp cots, um, backpacks. They had a fire maple titanium stove on there yesterday. I didn't see what it went for. You have to physically go to the warehouse and pick stuff up. It's not shipped to you or anything like eBay or Amazon. They're Amazon returns. Like I said, you can get new, open box, pre-owned. It'll tell you on the auction whether it's new or used or pre open box. But yeah, the only drawback is you got to go to the actual warehouse and pick it up. But it's still a really good deal. It's real cheap. A lot of cheap stuff. I think the most expensive thing I've spent on was $20, and we got one of those great big 79-inch by 50-inch floor giant playpens for Will because he's all over the place and it's cool. It goes on the floor, not like a traditional playpen that's on feet that you can take traveling. This one here sets up on the floor because we had a huge activity mat for him to play on, but he was always rolling off of that mat and hitting his head on the. We have hardwood floors, so that big area, it's a fenced-in play area is virtually what it is. It's like a big ball pit almost. Perfect, but it was brand new. Good deal. I need a foam mattress for my cot. Yeah, get on Just Bid if you've got a. I'm sure you've got a warehouse close by. I don't know where the nearest one would be to you. It'll tell you. We have one in Kansas City and one here in Springfield. But yeah, I've seen those mats, those memory foam, like 3-inch memory foam mattresses for the cots go for like $10 new. You can get a used one if you don't mind a used one for even cheaper, but they usually go for like $40 or less. They usually go, I think I paid our 1.5-inch memory foam toppers we got for our cots way back like 3 years ago. I spent like $80 or $90 a piece on them. They were pretty expensive. I got them new on Amazon, but new for certain things, yes, for sure. Certain things, definitely. I'm the same way. There's some things I will not buy used. I've seen the returns. That makes sense. That's the only way they're going to sell the returns. Yep, absolutely. Now, my nephew and niece, they just bought a Roomba robot vacuum for their house. And I think it was a $700 vacuum. They got it for $1. I can't believe nobody didn't bid on that. It was pre-owned, but it works like new, so they lucked out. That's one thing I probably wouldn't buy pre-owned was electronic devices because you really can't turn them on and try them before you bring them home. So I definitely would probably shy away from electronic items. And I mean, but for $1, I mean, I guess it's worth a chance. Very peaceful down here. Wow. I have not been here with it being no wind and so quiet. I was recording earlier and there just isn't. I mean, it's just so peaceful, so nice. I don't know how long this video is going to be that I'm making. I got some footage coming in, but not a whole lot. I'll probably get off here in a little while before it gets too dark and fix dinner and maybe do some more recording. But for my first video I've done in months and months and months, I figured it's not going to hurt if it's a little short anyways. Coming out to enjoy the evening, and I wanted to hop on here and say hi to everybody and see what everybody was doing this weekend. Yeah, same, $1, yes. I was watching it work at their house. I was over at their house and I was pretty impressed, and I would buy one for $1 for sure. Not like we need Robo back, but that'd be kind of cool. Figured the weekend would be the busy time. Yeah, for sure. Current video I'm editing, I'm in nighttime fire, and I'm 16 minutes in after editing. That's not too bad. 15 to 30 minutes is, I think, a really good time. I try never to go over 45 minutes an hour very, very max, but I think that's a really good time for a outdoor video is 15 to 30 minutes. I think that's really good. You know, a lot of people's retentions, lucky if you can get them to watch 3 to 5 minutes of it anyways, but um, for me, I watch every, if I'm going to subscribe to somebody and I like their content, I watch it all. Like I said many times, it's my TV. YouTube is, I've got premium, so I don't have any commercials or anything. So it's so nice to be able to control what you watch. I don't like all the garbage on TV and all the commercials, so it's nice not to have to watch those. My last secret camp video hit an algorithm. It's been getting a lot of watch hours after 15 days in. Awesome. That's great. That's really good. Yeah, my channel and all my videos were doing really good before, you know, we had Will and I couldn't get out. But eventually I'll get back in the rhythm and get some videos coming out. I'm hoping someday in the near future I can get out and start doing regular videos again, but it's hard. I have to do them on weekends, and that's my time with my wife. She works all week, and I like having at least one day of the weekend to do something as a family. So I feel guilty, coming out here and wanting to camp. I don't really, to be honest, I haven't wanted to. I've wanted to be home with family, and I'm glad my wife encouraged me to get out this weekend, because I probably would have just wanted to stay home with them. So getting out here, and then it was 85 degrees. I was like, oh man, the day I can go out, it's 85 degrees. I'm gonna sweat so bad. I was so sweaty when I got in here, but it was just breezy enough. It was nice, nice enough, and it's these pines give enough shade that it's nice in here. If it wasn't for these pines, it would have been miserable. So it's going to be very nice and comfortable. But I'm not going to stay on here too much longer. Like I said, I'm going to have to get dinner going and get a few more things going before I can catch Champion's video later. So yeah, spend time with family and camping too. Yeah, I've got to make it a priority. I've got to get out and stress relief. This is my out. I love getting out in the woods, and it's such a stress relief. Yeah, I need to film before I lose light. I do have some good lighting with me, so I can film after dark if I need to. But I appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out with me. Like I said, I was wanting to hop on here and say hi to everybody. Wish everybody an awesome weekend, and get out and enjoy this. If you got good weather, enjoy the good weather. So I appreciate you guys. Have a good weekend. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for your support and hanging out with me, and I will see you real soon. Have a good weekend. God bless everybody. I'll talk to you later. I had a good time, Chris, too. Appreciate you coming in.